It being 1:30, we are going to begin today's proceedings before the special magistrate before the city of Palatka Code Enforcement. By way of introduction, my name is Ron Brown. I am an attorney appointed by the City Commission of the City of Palatka pursuant to city code and state law to preside over today's proceedings. This is not a formal court of law. It is an informal quasi-judicial proceeding, the procedures of which are again dictated by both state law and city code. We do not follow the formal rules of evidence or the formal rules of civil procedure, but we are required to take sworn testimony and to use substantial and competent evidence in supporting any case today. And for this, a simple definition, substantial and competent evidence is really just evidence that a reasonable person could use to reach a certain conclusion. We will have presentations by the city with regard to the alleged violations. We also have some cases today where the city is seeking to impose a lien on property from previous violations. We'll take the new cases first. What we will do is ask the city to make a presentation regarding each case and give us the statutes that they believe were violated and the proof in support of those violations. If the respondents are present, they'll have an opportunity to make any statements, give any testimony, and present any other evidence they may wish and ask any questions of the city regarding the violations. At the conclusion, I'll issue an order regarding whether or not a violation exists, and if so, whether any fines are due for non-compliance of the order. Therefore, if we're ready to begin the first order of business in order to satisfy the requirements of both the statutes and the city code, and the substantial and competent evidence provisions, have all witnesses who will be testifying to stand and be sworn. Would you do that, please? Let the record show that we have 3 from the city who are here today. Raise your right hand, please. Address, do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you shall give today shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Yes. Let the record show that all 3 witnesses have indicated their affirmation to the oath. That being said, we're going to take the cases in the order in which they appear. Should a respondent appear, we will have the respondent taken in the order in which they appear, and we'll make a special adjustment in the agenda for them. That being the case, we're going to start off with the first case. It's case number 22045. This is Lewis Oil Incorporated is the name of the property owner. The location is 1325 River Street. We have 3 alleged violations, one of section 30-32 of the city code, prohibited conditions and public nuisances, description of being overgrown grass on the property. Section 30-32, prohibited conditions and public nuisances, roofing and disrepair. And section 30-169 of the code, building fronts and sides abutting streets or public areas with paint deterioration. Let the record show that the text of the pertinent sections of the ordinances are included in the record by reference, and therefore we're going to proceed. Mr. Green.
Yes, so this case is on 1325 River Street, Palatka, Florida. It was first observed 9/26/2022. The notice of hearing was sent 10/7/2022. Complex posting was 10/7/2022, and site posting was also 10/7/2022. I have some pictures of the property that was taken on 9/26/2022. And also have some pictures that was taken on 10/17/2022.
Let me back up and let me just inquire on due process. Is anyone from Lewis Oil Company Incorporated present, or anyone representing them? Seeing and hearing no one. The record shows that the official address for this company is in Gainesville.
Yes, sir.
Looks like it was 621 Southeast Depot Avenue, Gainesville, Florida, 32601. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Is that the official address for the company on the official tax rolls and property appraisers rolls of the city, of the county, rather? Green card was not signed. Well, it looks like one of them was.
Yes, sir. That's the notice of hearing was signed.
Okay, on 10, okay, I take that, 10/5/22, that was the notice for this hearing, correct?
Yes, sir.
It was signed by a representative of Lewis Oil. There's another one that's blank. Why were there two sent?
That's one that's, before we send it, I get a copy of it. And then when it comes back, I gotta take another
All
copy.
right.
of it.
So you did not post the property?
I did post the property.
You did post the property
Yes, sir.
also? Oh, here it is. Let the record show the property was posted according to the affidavit of Mr. Green on the 7th of October and posted here in City Hall also on the 7th of October. Is that correct, Mr. Green?
Yes, sir. It's also a photo of the property being
Have
posted.
you had any contact with anyone from Lewis Oil about
Yes,
this?
sir. Miss Wendy Lewis, she called when she got a voluntary compliance and said they was in the middle of selling the property.
Okay. But they didn't indicate they were going to do anything about the alleged violation?
She said the person that was buying the property was gonna start doing something to the property as soon as he got it.
Do they understand how this process works?
I explained it to her, sir.
All right. So this isn't a lien, this is an original violation. At this
Yes,
point.
sir.
All right.
No, so this new one. This is a new case.
I'm sorry? New
This is a
case.
new case.
That's what I thought. It's
Okay.
not a lien, it's an original
Yes,
violation.
sir.
All right, please proceed.
This picture is just a picture of the property. With a house in it. That's the house at the end of River Street.
All right. Where on River Street is this?
That's that house on the end going up the hill. That's the last house on your left. If you go
Right
on,
before the railroad track?
no, sir.
Oh, way up
Brother
on the top of the hill,
Yes,
up by 15th Street.
yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
It's in the end of 14th.
All right, now this is photo number 1 and you're looking at paint deterioration
Yes, sir.
and
This
it
picture was
just
taken
needs to,
nine.
does it just need to be painted? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, sir. Pressure wash. Painted,
And
nice
that's
even coated.
30-169
Yes, sir.
and this can be seen from River Street?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
It's facing River Street.
next please.
More paint deterioration.
Which side of the house is this?
Front. It's front of the house.
Okay. That was photo number 2 next.
Yes, it is photo number 3. You can see this coming down River Street. It's not facing, but if you're going down River Street, you can see it going east.
This house on the corner?
No, it's not on the corner. It's almost on the corner.
Okay, I know where it is. It's on a pretty steep hill there.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
It's the overgrown grass.
Now, this is in violation of 30-32A2.
Yes, sir. Overgrown
Okay.
grass.
Okay.
This is photo number 5, showing roof in disrepair.
It's the tin roof
Yes, sir.
and was it just come loose from the trusses?
No, sir. You see the grass, the ferns growing on
Well, I
top?
see it growing out of the roof.
Yes,
That's what you're looking at?
Yes, sir.
Is the roof itself structurally sound?
I couldn't get that close, but if you have some vegetation growing on a roof like that, I doubt it's sound.
Okay. It doesn't normally grow out of tin, in other words,
Yes, sir.
or steel. Okay.
And these pictures was taken 10/17/22 yesterday.
Okay. This is again the gable of the front of the house.
Yes, sir. 1B.
Okay.
And this is 2B. The deterioration in front of the house again of the paint 10/17/2022.
Okay.
More deterioration of the paint. 3B. Another picture of the girl.
This is 4B for the record.
Yes, sir. 10/17/2022.
This says 30-179. That's supposed to be 169.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Type of-
It's again showing the,
showing the roof again.
Yeah.
5B.
is it, can you tell if the rest of the roof is in decent shape?
It looks like it, but I couldn't see the I guess the right back side of the roof.
Okay. Next. That's it?
That's
All right. So what is the city, what do they have to do to get in compliance? They have to fix that section of the roof I'm looking at now in photo
Yes, sir.
5B. That's the section where the vegetation is growing
Yes,
out of it. Okay. And they have to paint the front of the house?
Yes, the pressure wash the house. Pressure wash the whole house. Really, the whole house is have paint deterioration. Pressure wash it, apply even uniform coat of paint.
It just 169 talks about visible from the right of way. So you can see everything you're talking about is
Mhm,
visible from
yes,
the
sir.
right of way.
Yes, sir.
All right. Can you see the whole house from the right of way?
I can't see the right side of the house because they have
Oh,
another
all
house
right.
next to it in bushes, but the one where you see the
Mhm.
vegetation on the roof
Okay.
and the lower bottom half with the screens torn out with the paint deterioration. I
So
can see that.
basically, we need to pressure wash and paint those portions of the house that are
Yes.
visible from River Street
Yes, sir.
and fix the sections of the roof where the vegetation is growing,
Yes, sir.
and then mow and trim the vegetation in the yard.
Yes, sir.
Those three things.
Yes, sir.
Again, making a call, anyone representing Lewis Oil Company Incorporated. Seeing and hearing no one, and based on the evidence presented, we're going to find a violation of section 30-32 of the city code, prohibited conditions and public nuisances due to overgrown grass and vegetation in their yard. A violation of section 30-32 prohibited conditions and public nuisances, roofing and disrepair, specifically the angled edge of the lower roof, which vegetation is growing. And section 30-169, building fronts and sides abutting streets or public areas, deteriorating paint on the sides visible from River Street. We're going to enter an order finding the violations, requiring that the owner
90 days.
comply with all conditions of the order, cut and maintain the overgrown grass, fix the roof that's in disrepair, pressure wash and paint those sides of the house that are seen from River Street. What is the date? How many days are you giving?
We'll give them 90 days for the roof, and 30 days for the overgrown grass and paint.
All right.
9 days to get the permit for the roof.
What date is that?
The 90 days ends January 16th. That is a Monday.
Okay, and what's the date? 30 days.
Um,
He split the order.
the findings of facts is written as 90 days total. So that is my understanding. We will be moving forward with 90 days.
Is that what you want to do?
Yes,
Okay, so it's 90 days total for you total. And that will be on January
January 16th is a Monday, sir.
2023.
Yes, sir.
Failure to meet all conditions, the order rectifying the problem would result in the imposition of a fine in the amount of
$75 a day.
$75 per day commencing on January 20th, 2023 in the event of noncompliance.
January 17th.
17th, 16th is the day,
16th is today.
All right.
Yeah.
not written down, just so you know. Commencing on January 17th, 2023 in the event of noncompliance. Okay. And the new owner will have some fun, but. Okay. Next case is going to be another new case. Looks like the property is case number 2022-38, property located at 606 North 11th Street. Owner of record is Robert Jackson. Is Robert Jackson present or anyone representing Robert Jackson? Seeing and hearing no one, Mr. Green?
Yes, sir. The property was first observed 8/16/2022. The notice of hearing was 10/7/2022. No green card was signed or returned. The complex posting was 10/7/2022. Site posting was 10/7/2022. The violations are section 30-32 prohibited conditions, trash and debris. 30-32A. 10 roofing and disrepair. Excuse me. Next violation 30-171 windows. Description of broken windows. Section 159 building fronts and sides. Paint deteriorating. Also rotten wood. The next one is 60-63 junk vehicles. And 30-213 unsecured structure.
All right. In terms of due process, I noticed that the address to which the certified letter was sent was Robert Jackson, 606 North 11th Street, Palatka 32177. Is that the official address on the property appraiser and tax collector's rolls?
Yes, sir.
Does he live there? Is anyone living?
He
there?
did.
He did? Is anyone living there now?
My own squatters.
But he is deceased?
No, sir.
You don't know where he is?
I do.
You do?
Yes,
Have you had a chance to talk with him though at all?
honestly.
All right.
He incarcerated. You got Mr. Brown? I said he's incarcerated.
Incarcerated? Okay. Thank you for that. I was gonna ask where he was, but it's always nice to know. You posted the property
Yes, sir.
in accordance with statute.
Yes, sir.
Like you posted the property on October 7th at the property is also noticed, post the property here at City Hall also on October 7th, correct?
Yes, sir.
Do you know how long he's incarcerated for? Or do you anticipate any compliance with this order if you get one?
18 months.
Okay. All right, you've got 6 separate violations, 30-32 of the city code, prohibited conditions, trash and debris, 30-32A, prohibited conditions, roofing and disrepair, 30-171 broken windows, 30-169 deteriorating paint on building fronts and sides of abutting streets or public areas, street being 11th Street, 30-213, responsibilities of mortgagee and owners of vacant, blighted, unsecured or abandoned structures. The building is unsecured. And then 30-63, declaration of public nuisances, junked vehicles. Show me what you have. And let the record show that all sections of the code cited are included in the record reference.
That is a view of the house. I think it burnt down like 3 months ago, the front end of the house anyway.
So the house has been damaged by fire?
Yes, sir.
How long has it been like this?
Maybe 3 months,
3 months, okay.
4 months.
And so this is the roof of the home?
Yes, sir.
Is this a metal roof
Yes, sir.
and it's separated,
Yes, sir. It's
Okay.
burnt.
burned? Okay.
Yes, sir. Those are broken windows.
Yeah, I'm looking at, this is photo number 2. I'm looking at the window on the left. It's open, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Is that a door next to it? To the
Yes, sir.
right?
Yes, sir.
Is that door secured?
No, sir.
And what about to the right of the tree?
That door, that's a window also, it's also broken.
Okay.
And this photo number 3 showing the trash and debris.
And this is photo number 3.
Yes, sir. It
This
was
is still the
taken
front
down.
of the house facing 11th Street.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
This is photo number 4, unsecured entryways.
Is this house in danger of collapsing because of the fire?
It doesn't, I don't think so, but I'm not a.
Right. But it's the unsecured entry you're looking at here.
Yes, sir.
Next.
This is a photo of
These
the
are-
junk vehicles.
When we say junked vehicles, what does that mean in the code?
Not running,
Inoperable?
inaudible, and no tag. I would say.
Um, All right, then reading from section 30-63, subsection 3. Says junk vehicles. Unlicensed and operable vehicles stored on private property, provided however that the vehicles and outdoor storage areas are maintained in such a manner they do not constitute a health hazard and are screened from view from the fronting street or roadway by means of a fence, shrubbery, or other appropriate items. So the way this reads, it looks like, oh, here it is. Okay. The way this is presented in the code, it's got 30-63 on the left, so it starts on the top, correct?
Yes, sir. Yes,
All
sir.
right. Location or presence of any junk vehicle or abandoned, wrecked, or derelict property in the lot or tract within the state should be deemed a public nuisance. And basically, it says these are abandoned vehicles because they don't have licenses, correct?
Yes, sir. And
Anything else about them?
they don't run out. Some of them are broken down. A lot of them have been removed though. If you see the next picture, this picture taken 10/17/2022, a lot of them were removed.
How many times have you been by this property?
A lot.
A lot. Is there a number that goes with that?
Well, I've been with the city almost 6 years and it's been looking like that for 6 years.
Okay. Have you ever seen these cars moved?
No.
And none of them have license plates?
And I know that one though. The rest of them, I don't think so because they've been just sitting there.
Do they have like inflated tires and
No, sir.
Okay.
The ones in the back.
do all of them have wheels on them?
Yes, sir.
Okay. But not all the tires are inflated.
No, sir.
Okay. And how many of them are there?
It's 2 now. Those are gone.
Which two are, okay, I'm looking at this photo number 5. Which ones are left?
We go roll down 10/17, I guess 5B, you'll be able to tell.
All right, so this is like a red Chevy pickup.
Yes, sir. And then you
There's
have
a
the
white
truck.
pickup actually.
Yes, sir.
All right. So those are the 2 vehicles that are
Left.
inoperable.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Going back to number 6.
Yes, sir. That's rotten our weekend wood.
Okay.
And that's 1B that was taken 10/17/2022.
And that just shows that the roof is completely destroyed and open
Yes, sir.
in those gaps. Okay.
Showing the broken windows again. 10/17/2022, 2B.
Well, is the paint deterioration just because of the burned wood?
Well, I said, well, rotten and weekend wood, that paint deterioration, I guess that was a miss typo. It was probably rotten and weekend wood.
Okay, well, you had 30-169 paint deteriorating on the fronts and sides of budding public streets. It looks mostly like it's burned.
It's weakened wood.
Well, can this be repaired? I mean, is painting it even an option?
Someone came in that said they were financing Mr. Jackson for the house, said that he was gonna try to fix it.
Well, would the city permit that?
Now, would the county permit that?
Well, this city's property, right? And in the city,
The county do all the permits for us.
or,
The county do all the permits for the city of Palatka.
I guess what I'm getting at, can this house in any way be saved in its present condition?
I have to call a building inspector.
Can you paint over this
No, sir.
burn quality?
I wouldn't, but no, sir.
Well, I'm just trying to get what a remedy is, because if you put one of these out there, we need to have a remedy for him, and that is, what does he have to do to
Repair,
bring it
remove,
into compliance?
repair, remove, and replace.
Well, we got the trash and debris, that needs to be removed, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. We have the roofing in disrepair, that could be replaced, I guess, if there's enough of the trussing and underlayment, I guess, to hold it up. The broken windows could be replaced. The paint deterioration, it's past deterioration, it's just flat burned. And I don't know what the status of the wood is that you can fix that. But the idea would be somehow put a painted front on this house.
I guess he could remove, repair, and replace the panels of wood that's there.
All right. Secure the building, that is, the doors and windows need to be secured so no one can enter, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And the 2 inoperable vehicles need to be removed from the front.
Yes, sir.
And how much time do you want to give him for this?
9 days to get the permits.
So that's back to January 16th,
Correct.
2023. How much of a daily fine are you requesting?
It is $150, it's $25 per fine. It is $25 per violation, excuse me, and so that totals to $150.
All right, last call for Robert Jackson, or anyone representing Robert Jackson. Seeing and hearing no one, we're going to find a violation of section 30-32 of the city code prohibited conditions and public nuisances due to trash and debris. A violation of section 30-32A of the city code due to prohibited conditions and public nuisances, roofing and disrepair. Due to the broken, damaged, open nature of the roof as a result of the fire. Section 30-171 due to the broken windows and doorway, broken windows. Section 30-169, building fronts and sides of abutting streets or public areas. The paint deterioration or paint surfaces being burned on the sides of the streets, on the sides of the home that are fronting 11th Street. 30-213, responsibilities of mortgagee and owners of vacant, blighted, unsecured, or abandoned structures. The building is unsecured, specifically windows and doorways need to be locked and or secured with plywood or some other methodology to prevent entry. Section 30-63 of the code, declaration of public nuisance due to two inoperable vehicles located on the property which must be removed. Will enter an order finding the violations, requiring the owner to comply with all requirements of the order no later than the end of business on January 16th, 2023. In the event of non-compliance, a daily fine of $125 per violation will be instituted for each violation found not in compliance. And there's 6 of them. Okay. Moving on, we have seeking orders to impose administrative fines and liens. First case number 2021-35, Paniagua Investments LLC. Property located at 423 North 9th Street in Palatka. Looks like the original violations were 30-32 prohibited public nuisances due to fencing and disrepair, subsection A10, and overgrown grass. And that was the extent of the original violation. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, show me where we are now. Let me just make a reference. First of all, for due process, is anyone here representing Paniagua Investments LLC? Seeing and hearing no one. We have looks like the certified letter addressed to Paniagua Investments LLC at 5255 Northwest 29th Avenue, number 402, Miami, Florida 33142 was not signed. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Right. And that address in Miami is the official address on the property appraiser and tax collector's rolls.
Yes, sir.
Any contact with anyone from the corporate owner?
The first hearing, yes, sir. But after that, no.
Okay, did he attend the first hearing?
No, I spoke with over the phone.
What was his reaction to all this?
It was his daughter that that her father's old and they're not gonna be traveling to Palatka anymore. So they have it on the market now.
Okay. Right, and you posted the property, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And you have your affidavit of service
Yes, sir.
showing. Like you posted the property on October 7th, both at the property and at City Hall, correct?
Yes, sir.
And you have your affidavit of that included in the record.
Yes, sir.
All right, has there been any improvement in the property since the date of the order finding a violation, which looks like was in June 24th of 2021?
No, sir.
All right, show me what you got today.
That's 6/14/2021.
Okay.
That was the posting.
There you go. I'm glad you can do that.
Me too.
All right, so these are current ones. Go back up and show me the first one.
Yes, sir.
So
this
this is in 21.
Yes, sir.
And I'm looking at mostly overgrown grass and fencing in disrepair.
Yes, sir.
Has that been repaired?
No, sir.
All right, show me some. It's also in 21.
Yes, sir.
That's the original violation.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that was 2A, go to 3A. Again, grass and fencing. And this is chain link fencing all around the property?
Yes, sir.
Is this the only place that's in disrepair?
No, sir.
Okay, keep showing. This is now 1B, which is October 17th of 22,
Yes, sir.
which was yesterday.
Yes, sir.
Okay, same fencing is still down there. This is on the
Front on 9th Street.
9th Street side, correct?
No,
Okay, and grass is still growing. Nothing's been done in the year.
no, sir.
Okay, next.
This is on Olive Street.
Okay, it's house on a corner.
Yes, sir.
Are those pallets new? Are they been there?
No, they've been there since, they tried to do something to the fence. They've been there since, after we took them to magistrate in 2021.
Very good. This is 3B, again showing broken fencing and overgrown grass. So basically nothing's changed since the original order.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Last call for anyone representing Paniagua Investments LLC. Seeing and hearing no one, we're going to find it appropriate to enter an order placing a lien on the subject property. Do we have a total for how much is accrued today?
As of today, it's $11,300.
And please include that in the order, and fines will continue to accrue with the daily rate of what?
$25 per day, sir.
Day, until compliance. Okay. Next case, another case for imposing administrative fine and lien. This is case number 2021-58. Bright Stark LLC is the property owner of name. Property located at 318 North 11th Street. Is anyone here representing Bright Stark LLC?
Sir, we were contacted by a person who identified themselves as the property manager, that they do work for the property owner. And they were not available to attend in person. They were out of town. But they have expressed interest now that they've come on board to repair.
It looks like a green card was returned, signed, is that correct? Am I reading the right one? At the Bright Stark LLC address
Yes,
at
sir.
444 Seabreeze Boulevard, Daytona Beach, Florida, 32118.
Yes, sir.
And for the record, that is the correct address in the property appraiser and tax collector's rolls.
Yes, sir.
I have no idea what that signature is. Like a something. But it was at the official address of the named owner. Did you post the property also?
Yes, sir.
And your affidavit shows that the property was posted on October 7th at the property and here also at October 7th, correct?
Yes, sir.
Any contact with anyone at all?
Yes,
Just that person. They said that that the property is listed with a lawyer's office and that the actual property owner is out of the country, but the property manager is in contact with the property owner and has been speaking on their behalf.
Well, just so you know, the actual property owner is a corporation. It's not leaving the country, but you
Yeah.
know,
Just-
there is that.
Okay.
All right, but they received notice. Okay, the original violations were of 30-171 for broken window, 30-169 building fronts and sides, abutting streets or public areas, rotten and weakened wood and paint deterioration on the 11th Street side. This property just face
it's
11th.
on both sides. It's on Madison and 11. It's on the
Okay.
corner of Madison and 11.
Okay. And then on 30-213, responsibilities of mortgagee and owners of vacant, blighted, and secured abandoned structures, entryways are not secure. Has anything been done to cure any of the problems?
No, sir.
All right. The original date of compliance was 11/30/21, correct?
Yes, sir.
Looks that way. Actually, it was
The 29th.
11/29/21, 11/30.
Yes, sir.
Fines of $75 a day began. All right, could you show me what the condition of the property is today and see if it's still out of compliance?
That's a posting from last year.
Gives me vertigo. This is just a small little property that used to be like a gas station.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
That's on 9/7/2021.
Is that the only structure on the property?
It's a house behind it that someone redid, but they didn't do anything with
So is
that.
that on the same property?
Yes, sir. Both of them are owned by the same persons.
Or are they on the same property
Yes,
at
sir.
318 North 11th?
No, sir, they got different addresses.
Okay, so just the blue.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's what I was getting at.
Okay.
So that's the only structure on the
Yes, sir.
property. It's the only source of violation other than the, well, that's the only source of violation. And we're looking at a broken window. Is that still broken?
Yes, sir.
I'm looking at number 2, that shows the doorway open.
Yes, sir. Unsecured.
Okay.
And you got the rotten weekend wood. outside.
And rotten and weakened wood paint deterioration, has any of that been addressed?
No, sir.
Is this, I'm like looking at number 3, is that the wood around the entryway doors?
That's windows.
Okay, transom,
Yes, sir. That's on Madison.
back. Is the framing, is that a window?
Yes, sir.
So it's the framing or framing for the window?
Yes, yes, sir.
Okay, got you. And that's not been addressed either,
No, sir.
and the paint hasn't been addressed.
No. Sir.
All right, and the windows were broken?
Yes, sir.
That was in number 3. Okay, and now I'm looking at number 4.
That's 9/7/2021. Excuse me. Paint deterioration. That's being seen from Madison Street.
Go to 1B. So showing the paint, open doorway,
Yes, sir.
and those
Sure.
windows are not secured, correct?
Yes, sir.
2B,
And,
open window.
Yes, sir.
Can this building even be built anymore under the city code? Can you build something like this?
Oh,
Is there a minimum square footage for a commercial building?
That actually came up in a couple commission meetings.
Is it a tiny house?
I don't know that one. It won't be, only enough is zone for tiny house.
So it can survive apparently, but it needs to have the windows secured, broken windows fixed, doorway secured. Needs to be painted some kind of consistent color,
yes,
fix
sir.
the rotten and weakened wood around the windows and doorways.
Yes, sir.
The roof on this thing,
Yes, sir.
it's okay,
Yes, sir.
but nothing's been done since the date of order back on September 28th, correct? Based on the evidence presented, it's appropriate to enter an order imposing administrative fine and lien to be reported on the public records. As of today's date, the total fines and liens are
$24,150, $75 a day.
right, and fines will continue at the daily rate of $75 until the property is brought into compliance. Okay, final case. This is case number, also an administrative fine and lien case number 2021-54. Richard Bernard Williams Jr. is the owner, location 1700 Eagle Street. Is William Bernard Williams Jr. present? Or anyone representing him? Seeing and hearing no one. Go due process. Looks like the official certified letter of notice of violation and hearing was sent to the owner at 1010 Olive Street, Palatka, 32177. Is that the official address on the property appraiser and tax collector's rolls?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And looks like I don't have a photo of the envelope it came back in. Did you get it back? Curious if they had any comment about the address.
It didn't come back, but the one that I sent it to is a copy of it.
Okay.
It's like,
But you did not get a signed green card back.
no, sir.
Okay. And you posted the property,
Yes, sir. I would picture the posting and I have the affidavit.
and the affidavit shows a posting on the property of October 7th and a posting here at City Hall also on October 7th, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. Had any contact with Mr. Williams
No, sir.
ever?
No, sir.
His address is over on Olive Street. But,
Yeah, right down the street.
all right, show me, the original violations were of 3169 of the city code, building fronts and sides of abutting streets or public areas, I presume Eagle Street. Rot and weakened wood and structural deterioration. 30-32A2, prohibited conditions of public nuisances, overgrown grass. 30-32A10, prohibited conditions of public nuisances, holes in the roof. 30-169, building fronts and sides of abutting streets or public areas, deteriorating building. What's the difference between 1 and 4? You're going
Oh.
to show me?
This case was, I was young. I mean, I hadn't been doing it that long, so now I know it's not a difference.
That's really the same
Yes,
violation,
sir.
right? Okay. And 30-171, windows, broken windows. Show me what you have.
That's really 1A, your 1B.
All right, we're looking at 1B.
It's deterioration of the roof and overgrown grass.
All right, and just for the record, did you take all the photographs you're about to show us as demonstrative evidence?
Yes, sir.
Do the photographs accurately represent the condition of the property on the date on which you took them?
Yes, sir.
This is the property facing Eagle Street.
Yes, sir.
And what are we looking at here?
That's going down Eagle Street, the roofing and the overgrown grass.
Is this a tile roof?
Yes, sir, it
Terracotta
was.
roof?
Yes, sir, it was.
Okay. And the roof tiles are missing, dislocated,
They're caved in.
caved in,
Yes,
okay. And there's getting the overgrown grass, which you're looking at there. What about the side of the building? Anything about that?
Yes, sir, it's something that's coming.
Okay.
That's the front of the house with the missing windows and deteriorating.
And this is number 3, hang on. You got the grass and weeds.
That's a broken.
So what is
windows.
that material? Is that stucco?
No, sir, that's the back wall of the house.
Okay,
You
you can
looking
see
straight
that
through
from
You're
Eagle,
looking straight through the house now.
all right, can you see that from Eagle Street?
Yes, sir.
Is that, well, the back of the house is on Eagle Street?
No, sir, that's the front of the house. You're facing the house. What's going on is nothing is there. There's no windows, no walls, no anything.
Okay, all I'm trying to get at is,
Look through. That's actually an open where you can see straight to the back of the house.
I see the 700s. Is that the back? That's the inside back wall.
Inside wall.
Yeah.
The house completely gutted in there. You can see clear through it.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Is that a violation of an inside wall?
I was just showing the broken windows.
Okay. All right, that's the inside back wall. Okay,
Yes, sir.
next, that was number 3.
Yeah, I was just showing the broken windows.
Okay.
This is the outside. That's the molded.
Go back down. How do you see that? Is the door gone?
The windows gone and the door is gone. Yes, sir.
All right, so
Above the
I'm
17
looking completely through the house.
Yes,
to the
that's
back.
1700. That's on top of the front door. And you got windows on either side. You can see straight through and see the interior back wall.
Okay,
And this is on North 17th Street. The mold
right.
and mildew.
so
on
what
the
needs
side.
to be done there? That's a stucco application made to look like brick?
Yeah, so they could pressure wash it.
Okay, pressure washing.
Yes, sir.
Is that kind of that Ocala brick color? That yellow brick color? I think they call that Ocala brick. It's called Ocala.
Oh, okay.
It's called Ocala brick color. You see that in architecture sometimes.
Okay.
The Ocala bricks are yellowish like that.
This
Okay,
is- This is supposed to be the 1B. This is taken yesterday, 10/17/2022. It's showing the overgrown grass and the roofing in disrepair.
okay.
It's
Again,
two
the
B,
roof.
taking 10/17/2022.
Now
showing
looking
roof
at
and
two
disrepair.
B, okay?
This is 3B. Showing roofing and disrepair and broken windows. You see what I'm saying? Now you see how you see straight through the house? Where the broken
Mhm.
windows and the doors at? And that's facing Eagle Street.
Is this house wood frame with stucco on it?
I don't know. And that's a, the other picture of the mold and mildew, that's on, North 17th Street, and that was taken
In the
yesterday.
house front 17th Street too,
Yes, sir.
at the sidewalk, okay. very
Yes, sir.
good. Eagles, where is this 17th
That house is
off
on,
of St. John's,
no, sir, it's on the north side.
north side, okay.
Yes, it's on, Eagle and, 17th Street. It's one street down from Washington Street.
Okay. gotcha. The terracotta roof is interesting. That's a nice roof.
Yes, sir.
they Put on that house. Okay, next.
Yes, sir.
Is that? So since the date of the original order entered on September 28th, 2021, has any improvement been made to the house to bring it into compliance?
Sir?
Has anything been done
No,
to the
sir.
house since September 28th of 2021 to bring it into compliance?
No, sir.
And you took all these photographs again and they
Yes, sir.
represent the condition of property and date in which you took them?
Yeah.
All right, we're going to find that the original violations continue unabated.
The amount,
What's the total?
$32,200 and continuing at $100 a day.
Very good. All right, we're going to find it appropriate to enter an order imposing administrative fine and lien and the amount cited by the clerk. Property will continue to accrue fines at the rate of $100 a day as originally ordered until compliance or foreclosure of the lien. Okay. Very good. Anything else?
No, sir.
Therefore, the agenda is concluded. We are going to close the proceedings before the special magistrate